Did I dance?
All right, you can dance if you want to dance. You can dance if you want to. Leave your friends behind.
Boop,
Friends
boop.
don't dance. No friends of mine.
Toot, toot, toot. Okay, here we
Okay, well,
go.
welcome to Rise and Thrive Local. Want me to go through the whole spiel?
No, you don't know. You don't have to.
I'm Jason. If you're just joining with us for day 5, the Q&A for the thing that we're working on here, the Get Sales Now Online 5-day marketing bootcamp. Oh, and this
I
is
just said that you don't have to.
yeah, I
do
know, but
that.
this is who else are we talking to? I'm Jason.
I'm Shandell. Shandizzle. Okay, I'm gonna.
There we go.
I'm
We got
gonna
audio.
Turn that off.
Right on.
And then I'm gonna just check all the things. I want to say that Jason uses fancy software for this so that we can stream inside of a bunch of different communities that we have.
Yeah.
You don't need to do this. We're going to talk today about video. And the first thing I want to say is that, like, you don't need to make it complicated like this, honestly. I actually prefer just being on my phone, too, and being able to read, see who's commenting along and stuff like that. This is a little bit different.
Yeah, you don't need to go out and get all this technology, and the only reason we do is because for years we've done video and we've done photography and we've done all this stuff and podcasting kind of stuff, and over the years we've collected a bunch of equipment from different stuff that we've had, and so that's why we have it. And it's for us to just platform where we can chat back and forth in front of you, but absolutely 100% all our clients all use their cell phone for creating great video content. You are holding in your pocket a video powerhouse for creating content.
The quality of phones now.
Oh man, it's amazing. And the speakers on those things, microphones on those things are just incredible. Like, you don't need to have like crazy equipment to be able to do this stuff. If you do have questions about wanting to upgrade or something in the future, just pop me a question in the group there or in the chat below here, and I'll give you some tips on things that you can pick up that are inexpensive, and they might add a little bit to what you want to do, but they are not necessary, especially if you're just creating little videos just to generate, like, resonate with your customers. Right, and that's what we're talking about.
Okay, so hands up.
Hands up.
If you realize the video is important for marketing your business, but you always find a reason why you're just not going to do it today. Hands up. If you understand that, like, obviously video is key right now in building relationship with your customers and marketing your business and the growth of your business. Really, video is key.
Yep.
There's no question, right?
Hands up if you agree with that.
YouTube is huge. Look at all the stories, like Insta stories, Facebook stories. If you scroll through your news feed,
TikTok,
Snapchat, like, it's all video, right? Video is where it's at, and it's where it's been at actually for a good 4 years. But now it's basically mandatory. It is
mandatory for sure.
So hands up, if, like, drop me a little fun emoji. So if you feel like, yes, I should do that, or maybe you even come up with,
I should create some videos.
A really good idea, but then you're like, it's just not. I'm not going to do it right now.
Well, I was talking to someone the other day, and they want to get more exposure online for everything that they do. They have an insurance company, and they want to do coaching, and they want to do consulting, and they want to do that stuff. And they realize the power of video, and so they're talking about creating a course in how to have more confidence in doing the stuff that they do and the people that they want to help. But instead of talking about what are actually the fundamentals of building this course so that we can get that out there, we've been talking about how do I change my mindset about actually being okay with, like, recording video and doing the things I need to do, because I keep putting it off. I know that it's so powerful, and I know that I need to do it, but I keep finding excuses every single day to not go live, to not create the videos that I do not. When we get that little thing where we feel like, we feel like maybe we're not as good as we think we are, so we don't put out content and we feel a little bit scared to do it. But here's the thing, I'm going to tell you right now, you are as good as you think you are. If you've opened up your business, you started your business, you're creating content, you're helping customers and they're getting results, they're happy, they've got a smile on their face, you are good enough to create video.
That's right. So what do we want to jam on here? Do we want to maybe talk about, so here's the things that I think hold people back. And again, comment below and let us know if you agree with this, if you struggle with this, if you've got any questions around this, like what is keeping you from shooting a video today for your business? I think that probably number one would be trying to figure out what to say. Sometimes you'll have an idea, you'll think like, well, that would be kind of fun or whatever. But then again, this little limiting belief creeps into your head where it's like, well, nobody else is going to really enjoy that or care about that, so I'm not going to do that. So is it coming up with solid content that you know is going to actually do something for your business? Is that what it is that
maybe it's even just like not even being sure about what pieces of content to put out there that their customers will resonate with, right? So here, or not, and I'm sure you're not sitting there thinking, what will my customers resonate with? No, I think like here's the thing, and we've all been there, right? It's like, will anybody like what I'm going to put out there? Will they like what I'm going to say? Am I going to get booed? People are going to be like, oh, that idiot. They can't even they don't even know what they're talking about. Yeah. Is it going to be like that? Am I going to say that and just look dumb when I say it? Right. I think that runs through all our heads. Oh, people don't want to know that. People don't want to know that.
Or maybe we already think that people do know that already, so then we don't need to say it again. But it's okay to be very repetitive too in your business, showing what you provide and what problems you solve and who you serve and just little behind the scenes of things.
I can guarantee one absolute truth with all this. If you're good at doing what you do in your business, your customers don't know 10% of what you do. Here's the thing, they don't. And I mean, we all go through this thing.
We can't just assume, right?
So through this whole COVID thing and everything that's been happening, we all see these like experts pop up on social media saying, this is all fake. This is a hoax. This is whatever, whatever. Everyone becomes an instant expert on, on whatever topic of the day is. Right. But here's the thing. So part of that, and I've seen people post about this on social media, it's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. And what that means is that when somebody first starts to learn about something, they think, hey, I'm an expert at this. I'm going to share all my knowledge. I'm really excited about it and everything like that. And they're an instant authority, right? But as you start to learn more and you start to delve in and you become an actual expert in that subject, in that field, what happens is you realize that you don't know as much as you could. But you start surrounding yourself with other people who know the same things as you do, so that you automatically assume that everyone you talk to actually knows all the things that you do. So you don't want to share it because you're like, oh, they already know that. I don't need to share that because they already know that piece of content. Right. And I mean, we've gone through this whole thing in our business where we're like, well, I don't need to share that. Like, they'll already know that they already know what they should be posting on social media. They already know what kind of ads they should be running. They already know what they should put on their website. But our experience over like 15 years in business, just running this agency, has been like, they don't know and they need to be guided, right? And one of the things is with your clients, they don't know half of what you do. They don't know what's involved. Like, here's the thing. I'm watching across the street and our neighbor is getting new stone siding put on, right? So I'm watching this and they're out there like scraping the boards off. There's metal and lath and all this kind of stuff they're pulling off there. They're using grinders to like cut the sheet, the old siding off the building, and they're priming it and they're doing all this kind of stuff. And I see right now, it looks like they're down to the bare plywood, and then they put a primer on there to seal it. Maybe it's a sealer. I don't know what it is. But here's the thing. That's fine, because here's the thing. Would you have thought that's what you were going to do if you were going to put sheetrock, like new rock siding on the side of a building? You know, if anybody was thinking about it, if you went and demonstrated and showed people like exactly this is the step we're doing now. This is what this step is. You know, we have to go and we have to pull this metal off and we got to clean all this stuff up and we have to be careful of these 5 things. You know, if you shot videos and created that and showed people that thing, they'd be like, wow,
Big job.
wow, that's huge.
And
like,
what
that's
if you
totally
said,
different.
like, you know, and then the next thing is, what if you showed how clean you were about that process?
Yeah.
Like that it's clean, that there isn't stuff everywhere, you know?
I think I have literally found myself thinking that through this whole process of watching that, I was like, I would have, if I was going to do that to our house, like I would have absolutely no idea where you would even start or if you're doing it right. But here's the thing, you're not teaching somebody to do it themselves. You're showing them how good you are at doing your thing. Right. And that's where all this.
Yeah. And you're building a relationship, right? You're letting people get to know you. And it does not matter it does not matter what you want to jam on. I think the more you show that you're a real person and you show, you know, some little tips and tricks from behind the scenes, you show what makes you so passionate about what you do.
Yep.
You know, you show most small business owners, they opened up you most likely, if you're like most small business owners, you own the business that you own because you love what you do. Initially, that's what you were, that service provider, right? So why not like start to think about that? What do I love about it? Like, you know, remember the day that you decided to open up your business and what was the reason for it? Really, because it's easy to lose sight of that too when you're busy in your business every day. It's just like, what do you love? What do you love? What lights you up? What is one thing that happened yesterday while you were working in your business that lit you up and validated the fact that you have this business? You know?
Absolutely.
What are some fun things that make you excited to open your doors every day and continue serving people?
People love behind the scenes. They absolutely adore watching things behind the scenes, stuff that they don't regularly get to see. It's like that voyeurism behind the scenes kind of thing. And it lights people up. So, I mean, that's a good point of what you were just talking about. I was talking with someone the other day about what video content they can create for our clients, right? And here's the thing. One of the most powerful things you can talk about is your story. If you can talk about your story, if you can tell people like how you, like just what you said, like what lights you up about your business, how you came up with that, what made you start, you know, what made you decide that you wanted to help people in this way, you know, or where you saw a gap in the market kind of thing. And you were
most
like,
likely there was something that frustrated you before you opened up your own business.
Like I was working for this and I saw that things weren't being done this way. And I thought, hey, you know what? We can do a better job. We can create a better product and we can help people in a better way. Totally. So that's why we came up with this thing. Why we came up with our business that we do now.
What makes you different? What's different you offer versus the next gym or the next restaurant or
next contractor or yard care person or whatever it is? What makes you unique and what have you implemented to change that, right? Stand apart. And
a really good way to look at that is us versus them. So if you've built this business for your people, you know, it's us. We do this, like, you know, we have more integrity. We show up on time. We do the best work, high quality product, whatever it is, versus, and you don't need to call somebody out specifically, but you can definitely say, like, we have the best this. We offer the best this, but put a story behind the reason. Like, what was the epiphany there? Like, what made that click for you to create this new business? Wait, what was the thing that happened, you know, that caused you to?
And I think so. And I think like, and next week, and what we're going to get into more next week inside this program that we're talking about, is we're going to show you how to develop a better story, right? How to talk about your story and get in front of customers so that they resonate. Because here's one of the things: story is the most powerful thing that you can, most powerful way that you can teach someone. It's the most powerful way that people learn through story, through examples, through case studies, right? And by using those, being able to harness the power of story inside your marketing, inside your videos, you're gonna like create something amazing that people are just gonna always continue wanting to watch, which is going to contribute to building your brand, getting more exposure, getting sales, walk-ins, calls, phone calls, emails, and growing a bank account.
Yeah, right?
That's what we're talking about.
Well, yeah. Marketing is the most important thing you can do in your business. What is more important, honestly, than
Right.
growing your business, and then money comes from that. Money comes from taking action. Do you want to go through like a really good simple outline for a video if somebody was gonna pick up their phone today and shoot a video, and listen, you don't need to go live. You can record a video. You can practice and just record yourself talking into your phone for a while. And then if something that you feel decent about happens, then post. Like, it does not need to be perfect.
Jump into the Rise and Thrive
We are
group
not.
and
We're
post
not perfect at what we do, but we're showing up to serve you and to educate you and to help you grow, right? So yeah, like, we're gonna mess up. Whatever. We're live. But even if we tried to record this training or this video, there would still end up being things in there that we'd be like, that is fine. Just
That's fine. Just post it. Yeah.
Like, done is better than nothing. Really.
Right.
And the more you do it, the better you're going to get. The more you do it, repetition and intensity. Right? So
1% is better.
Yeah. So Jason does have a really good outline for when he's writing copy that I think is also it's perfect for video as well.
Yeah, it's a really introductory way to be able to just kind of think about how we want to create content. I was talking to our buddy yesterday. I went into their business, talking to them about creating video. And when I went in there, I saw that his wife was sitting down writing a script. They were going to create a video, and before they created the video, she wanted to write a script. So I asked, like, how long have you spent writing this script for this video? And I think she was on like hour 3 or something like that, creating a script for just creating a short video, like what we're talking about here, talking about their story and outline and how that went. And I mean, my buddy who I was talking to, he just wanted to go live. He's like, let's just go live right now. Like, let's just do it. We got to create this content. We got to create this video. We got to get it out there. Now, I don't think you need to sit down and write a 3-hour script. Like, not that the script is going to take 3 hours to go through, but it doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to do it word for word, and also sometimes just going live without any plan is also a lot more difficult. So one of the things that I love to do, and I'm going to give a couple different tips here, but one of the things that I love to do here is just give yourself some bullet points of pieces that you want to talk about, because once you're going and creating that video, it's so easy to get caught up and be like, what are we talking about? What was I just saying? And then you pause. And you're like,
yeah, that's always
okay,
fun.
and then you go, then you're like, okay, yeah, I know what I was going to talk about, right? But if you just have even a book right here, here's my list right here, right? I've got like 5 points of what I want to talk about, and I could take a look and see like, oh yeah, okay, I want to cover that thing, right? And that's just one tip. That's one easy way to be able to create videos. So I mean, you can write down what your headline is, and so I'm going to go into the next part here, which is there's a formula called AIDA, AIDA. The first one is attention. The thing is that we want to do something that's going to grab our customers' attention. I was watching something earlier today, and it was really powerful. And the whole thing is we want to create a reaction from our customer. That's the whole point of marketing. It's not that we just put that out there. Getting the sale isn't the thing. It's getting the reaction from the customer. It's like, after they purchase the thing, what's the reaction they get? After they come and eat supper at our restaurant, what is the reaction they get? After they see your marketing, what is the reaction they get from that? So the first thing we want to do is do an attention grabber, something that's an attention grabber. And a lot of times that is like, hey, are you having a problem with this? Or, hey, do you have this? Hey, can I help you with this?
Yeah.
Hey, do you experience this all the time?
Yeah.
Have you tried to do this before and it didn't work out? Here's how we do it, right? And then we go into the next part, which is interest, right? This is where we give a little bit of the technical information, right, about the thing that we're doing, right? So it might be,
have you ever thought of this?
Yeah, here's 3 tips on how to get rid of weeds in your lawn. Using without using harsh chemicals or something like that, without using weed killer. Here's 3 pet friendly things that you can do to get rid of weeds out of your lawn.
Yeah. Have you been thinking about downsizing your home? Do you wonder if you should sell it or turn it into a rental home?
Exactly.
Here's 3 reasons why. Here's tips on the market right now. Here's 3 things you should do before you sell your house. Like, wonder what the value of your home could be.
So then we can go into a little bit of the technical detail, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to overwhelm people with the what, which is like all the information about like schooling and education,
or technology,
and how you do the thing.
Yeah.
No, it's just we want to have a quick little section in there. Then we talk about desire. Right? What do they want? Hey, you know what? If you want to have like the greenest lawn on the block, and
if you want to make your neighbors jealous,
and you don't want to have to do all the work yourself, and then we go into the last one. So that's the desire. Oh, that would be nice. If I had the greenest lawn on the block, all my neighbors were jealous and I didn't have to do any of the work myself. How do I get that?
Paint the picture.
How do I get that? Right?
Yeah.
And then the last part is action, right? Take action. So give them specifics about how they get the thing that they want, right? There's the 3 parts of marketing. It's like, what do you want? What do they want? And how do they get it? So tell them at the end how they get it and what's the easiest way for them to get that from you. Yeah. Is that email, phone call? Is it message? Yesterday we talked about our sales process. Yeah. So if you know what our sales process, then at the end of our video for that action part, we can be like, take this action now, because that's our process.
Whatever that is. Now, here's the other thing I want to throw in here is that this doesn't mean that you're always asking for a sale. This could be an article that you've written more in depth on your website.
It could be, absolutely. That's a really good point.
This could be a free checklist that you've created for anyone with the problem that you want to solve as it pertains to your campaign. I mean, that's what we're always talking about, is creating an actual campaign for one specific customer at a time, offering one specific thing at a time, right? And so sometimes you need to build a further relationship. If you have a restaurant, then that's cool. Like, hey, did you know that right now it's Fridays is whatever the special is on Friday? Or have you ever wondered, what is in this famous cocktail that we make?
Yeah.
We're going to show you behind the scenes of that. And then that's it. You don't always need to have a call to action, but you also don't always need your call to action to be a sale. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I think that's so important to talk about and we're going to get into this more later in today's training, is what your offer is. But here's the thing with your offer. Your offer doesn't always have to be a sale. And I think that's when people think about promotion. What's a promotion? A promotion doesn't always have to be a sale. It doesn't have to be a discount.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be
such a great point.
It doesn't have to be a discount. It doesn't have to be money off the thing that you have. No. It just needs to be a way for people to get the thing that they want. And there's a good quote that I like that says, what is it? It is, people don't get addicted to free. They get addicted to discounts. So if you're always offering discounts in your business, people are going to stop buying at normal price, but they'll go back and they'll buy from discounts, right? But they don't get addicted to free. So if there's something free that you can offer in your business as a promotion to get people kind of just started, then people are like, yeah, cool. But they don't expect free all the time, but you can train them to get expected to discounts, which is what you don't want to do. Right? Think about this, for example. So I go to Canadian Tire. I like shopping at Canadian Tire. But here's the thing. With Canadian Tire, they always have, their stuff goes in cycles. So you can buy stuff at full price, or you can wait a few weeks or a month and you can get stuff at 50 to 70% off. And the thing on the Canadian Tire website, they also have it set up so that they can give you a notification when it goes on sale, right? So they're literally training you to buy stuff when it goes on sale, when it goes on discount, right? So you're not sitting there paying full price. There's people who are going to go and just pay full price, but they're also training the people who are on their app, on their website, stuff like that, who have signed into their thing to just wait for the sales.
They're also creating desire for something then too, though. That maybe somebody didn't want until they saw, that it was there, and then maybe when that goes on sale.
Yeah,
right?
but
there's for sure amazing strategy behind that.
I know for me though, I definitely wait for those things to go on sale because I know that I can save 75% off of something that I want to buy. Earlier on, I'm just going to say Captolia wrote in, and I forget exactly what we're talking about. She said, "Good point. I'm continually surprised when I'm talking about something and people are like, what? I don't even know what that word means."
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what we were talking about there, but that brings up a really good point.
I think it was that people don't know what we know. Like,
yes,
we think,
right.
Like, I think that we're learning that. Like, today we're like, let's jam on video. Let's explain that video is really important. And to us, that is like so clear.
Yeah.
But not to everybody.
So, that's right. And it brings up another point that I want to say is kind of bringing your language down to what customers understand, right? So if there's a lot of technical mumbo jumbo jargon in your business, try to stop using it. Especially when you're doing your marketing and you're talking to customers, unless it's something you absolutely know that they understand, unless it's like super common, then you can use it. But if it's not, then try to explain it like you're explaining it to like an 8-year-old. What that means, and that has nothing, no insult intended to anybody who's reading the marketing, but it has proven that if you can dumb things down to it's like easier to understand level. To a grade 3, grade 5 level, so that you can explain it to anyone, more people are going to understand. They're going to understand it easier. It's not going to take up their time, and you're not going to confuse them. And like I said the other day, confused mind says no. Exactly. Right. So probably a terrible example, but if you've ever listened to Trump talk, he is a master. He is an absolute master on dumbing down language so that everyone understands. And he says, like, he does. And it's if you look at what Trump does from a marketing standpoint, it's brilliant. You may not approve of anything that he says or he does or the way things are going. But
he's way more brilliant human than what he lets on, honestly. And the way
that's another proven thing about politics and stuff like that. But we won't have to get.
We don't need to get into
that kind of stuff. But from a marketing standpoint, they know exactly what they're doing and who they're talking to, and it doesn't mean when you're trying to simplify terms in your business, it doesn't mean you think your customers are dumb, but you just want to get your point across so much easier. And when you start using exactly what Captolia said, when we start using technical jargon in our business, then our customers get confused because they're like, I don't know what that means. One of the number one things I do with our kids, and I do it all the time, is I'll say something and they'll be looking at me with a blank stare on their face.
That word.
And I'll be like, do you understand what I just said? Like, do you know what I just said? And I'll be like, they'll be like, yes. And I'll be like, okay, well, explain it to me. And they're like,
no,
I don't know.
And that's what people do. That they're like, they'll smile and nod. Yeah. But they really don't understand what you're saying unless you, and always remember this too. So what? Like, hey, if come for a massage, you're going to feel better. Well, so what? So so that you don't miss time at work, so that you can run with your kids in the park, so that you live longer, healthier life.
And that's part of the whole desire thing, right?
At night,
That's how you get to the heart of desire. What the heart of the desire is. When we talk about the benefits and how that's going to transform your life,
that's so what
in the desire, right? Focus on the so what in the desire to get to the heart of
like
of what you want to get across.
I see that, there's so many different people jumping on here. I can see you guys all watching, and there's so many different examples that we could give you. But I don't want to make this a really long video. I want people to catch the replay without dedicating an hour. But I think that if you want to comment below and let us know what is holding you back from just picking up your phone and shooting a video? Do it today. We challenge you to do it today. If you feel hung up on what exactly you should post, comment below and we can help you through it. We can give you real ideas back specifically for you and your business.
Even better if you can post into the Rise and Thrive group.
Yeah,
so it's all
that's
there.
what we're throwing.
And here's
down
the thing, what we want to do is we want to share knowledge with everyone else who is in the group as well. So your example, your question that you have is going to help hundreds of other people with their question, with their problem too. And people are going to see that and say like, oh, I get it. You know, I can apply that to my business.
Yeah. And it's a private group, like, and it's private for a reason. It's so that we can all support each other, see what you're doing, see what you're working on, and help you out in real time. So we would love to see what your thoughts, what your ideas are. And if you feel nervous about it, shoot a video and post it into the group for us. We'll give you feedback and it'll help you feel like, you know, the thing is, it's a win.
It is a win.
It feels so good once you have that thing done, right? And it's easy to let shit get in your way, really. Like trying to come up with the perfect script.
Yep.
Like trying to make sure that your hair is perfect or that your background looks, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Go for a walk and talk.
Walk and talk.
Or go behind the scenes of your business.
I'm going to challenge you.
Just quickly talk.
Just try and tell your story. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just tell your story about how you started your business or introduce yourself. Just start very light, right? It doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need to sell anything. Just start very light and get more comfortable doing it, because the more you do it, the better it gets. The more you're going to be able to follow. Even the framework and stuff that I threw down earlier, you don't have to follow that. You can give yourself bullet points from that. But today, for in the group, if you haven't done video before, just start by introducing yourself and saying, hey, look at who I am. This is what I do. This is my business. This is how I started. And, tell a little bit of your story just so you're happy about it.
This is the need that we're fulfilling in the marketplace, our business. And this is why we love what we do. One fun thing about what you do.
One fun thing.
Yeah.
Post one fun thing.
Go do it. We're going to be waiting. We're going to be here. We're going to be watching and waiting to see what you come up with. Because I'm telling you, the minute that you do that, video is it's actually proven for business pages that I think it's like 3% of your posts, 3% of your followers may see a post that you post inside of their news feed. When you post a video, like a real video from you, not sharing a video, not sharing, a video from like another platform such as YouTube, like that won't work. It needs to be real content from you. Then Facebook actually allows more like 27 to 35% of your followers to see that without having to pay any money. That's organic. That's your organic reach. And I'm sure that if you have a Facebook business page and you go and you actually look at your insights, if you have done video, I'm sure you can actually see already that your reach is higher with that versus if you just post a picture, even if it is a real pic from your business. So get into the habit of doing video. Shoot a fun boomerang even. Things like that work.
Yep.
And use Insta stories, use Facebook stories to tell your story and show what you're up to throughout the day. And, I'm going to challenge us to start doing, really haven't been. We've always been busy doing this stuff for our clients. So this is new to us as well, actually posting and with our own message, right? Because for years we have been just a lot of times working really hard on our clients' businesses, their business, doing their stuff. So I woke up this morning and I was like, it gets tricky figuring out what to post and when to post it and what do you say, because it is like, well, they already know that. They already know that. There's like the most simple stuff that I know we could be saying that we're not. So yeah, that's it. I think.
I think so. I think that's really good. It's again, questions, anything like that, feel free to post them. Post them in the group. We're excited to support you in everything so that you can rise and thrive in your business and get more sales online.
Love it.
All right. We're going to take off and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace, guys.
Oh, hey, let's figure out how we shut this thing off, eh? Okay, we gotta log here. See, nothing's ever perfect.
Yeah. And awkward goodbye.
It doesn't have to be awkward.
It could be like,
you know what? I just decided that we're gonna stay on for a couple more hours.
you guys remember talking on the phone when you were younger? You hang up.
All right. See you later.
Bye.